6. But we're going to show you today, if you have interest, how to get a significant discount, maybe even half price off of that 176 by becoming like the person that told you about them. And that's what we call a brand partner. But first thing we're going to do today is we're going to just talk to a few people that have been on the Skinny Drops. Michelle, I love to hear your story because you look like a lot of women would dream of looking when they're 60 years old. You've done quite remarkably. And I think that's because of watching your mother have a really tough time when she was at 59 and 60 years old. Would you mind starting with, and you can just tell everybody about the Skinny Drops. I think it'd be better coming from you than me.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Todd. Well, like Todd said, my mother was diagnosed with Alzheimer's at 55 and died at 62. And so she didn't get an opportunity to experience what we're experiencing. She didn't know about this. So basically the Skinny Drops in balancing the hormones and providing you with amazing cellular nutrition in the body, I feel like that's what was lacking with my mother. She wasn't given the opportunity for hormone replacement. So therefore, had she had the cellular nutrition instead, that would have balanced her hormones. I truly believe it could have been a different story. So I love sharing this because I want to give other people an opportunity to have that my mother didn't get. So we're not making any claims that this is a true prevention, but in my heart as a nurse and as a user of the hormone balance and drops, I know what they've done for me. So in terms of brain fog, hormone balance, don't make muscle mass back, getting my energy back and my mood boost, my mother didn't have those things. So I have to believe that it could be a prevention for me for sure. So I love sharing that story and be able to help other people.
Yeah, Michelle, a lot of the new research, a lot of the doctors, you can go research this behind me. It's got nothing to do with our company at all. But a lot of doctors are now calling Alzheimer's / dementia type 3 diabetes, meaning that elevated blood sugar over a period of time, a lot of research is now showing to be a trigger mechanism for that awful disease we don't want anybody to ever get. So stabilizing your blood sugar not only can help prevent what Michelle saw her mom go through, but if you do your research, elevated blood sugar over time also is the leading cause of death in our country because almost all doctors agree now that elevated blood sugar over a period of time increase the risk of a heart attack tenfold, the risk of developing cancer tenfold, and I could keep going down the list there. So the Skinny Drops, specifically the approved food list that comes with it, which was written by one of the top diabetic doctors in the world, really helped that get accomplished. And we'll cover a little bit more of that in just a second. But if you are here today, what we're going to share with you is that you can buy these Skinny Drops after you see them. Obviously, keep buying from whoever you want to, but you can do the same thing the person is selling them to you did, and that's pay $30 one time. And when you do, you become what we call a global virtual franchise owner with our company, which is called Partner Co. You'll get an app on your phone, an online presence. If you ever want to sell, you can, but you can also just buy from yourself. But Partner Co. is actually licensed in 58 countries. So the very Skinny Drops you're using there in North Carolina or Arkansas or California or Mississippi are also being used in France, Italy, Australia, China, Japan, all over the world. And it's not Partner Co.'s only product. It's just the product we're talking about today. Partner Co. actually has created over time 118 different products globally. I think here in the US, we're approximately 85 products, but everything from healthy energy to superfood drinks to things for better sleep, natural ways to raise HGH, a clean skincare line. And with every product, to include the Skinny Drops, they're all doctor created, they're all backed by science. So much so with all our third-party research that about a dozen of Partner Co. products have been put into the physician desk reference. That's the book that will be at your doctor's office when you go there. So again, the Skinny Drops come with 2 bottles and an instruction booklet. Michelle, I forgot to put your picture up there, but those 2 drops do everything from appetite control. They by helping to stabilize your blood sugar, it really controls your cravings. A lot of people feel a lot of increased energy. That's because of the second bottle. It's got the right form of B12. B12 is known to raise metabolism and energy levels, really help with stress, anxiety, depression. Not because our company said it, just Google methylated form of B12 and you'll see that for yourself. A lot of other things going on with the drops, getting your body on your side, but it's not just for weight loss. As you just heard Michelle saying, a lot of our women, to include Michelle, have reached their ideal weight, but remain on the drops because of the way it makes them feel. You can see what Talia says there. She's in Dyersburg, Tennessee. She's only around 30, but after having 2 children in 2 years, she was dealing with a lot of issues physically, and the drops really help line back out. That's the approved food list that comes with it. You eat when you're hungry. We don't count calories. It is bigger than this. It's just you can't get everything on one slide. But what we do eliminate are the simple sugars and simple carbs without fiber attached. You'll see here different body types, different people. But what we're going to do, I've got 5 people written down that I saw were on here. Let's begin with Ursula, then Reese, then Benita, then Misty, then Robin. I'm just giving all you guys a heads up. And I'll kind of stop on your picture. But Ursula is a mom of 6. And I think she's now lighter than she was before her first child. Ursula, are you in a position to talk this morning?
Don't make.
There you are. I saw Jason, her husband, here too. Jason, you've never talked before, but you're welcome to share.
I am here, Todd. Sorry,
Okay.
I was handling 6 kids. Yes, so I joined under Stephanie, and I started because I had a lot of hormonal weight, as you can see in my picture. And I'm sorry about the dogs they're feeding. And then I was just not in a good place mentally and physically. And I was over 200 pounds. And then my waist was a 43. And I started here with the company at 196. I started the company before I started the drops, and sharing others' testimonies. And then within the first week that I started my drops, I lost 7 to 8 pounds. So after that, then I was like, okay, I'm going to share it with everyone, because it just made me feel better. I had more energy, especially with 6 kids. I'm always here and there with everyone's schedule. And it was pretty easy. I mean, I just kind of intertwined it with my life, because if I'm at the baseball field, I'm sharing it at the baseball field. If I'm at a cheer gym, I'm sharing it at the cheer gym. But since I started the drops, I'm down currently 40 pounds to 156, and a lot healthier, off medications, more energy, and just in a better state mentally and physically. So I'm very thankful for the company and the products that the company has.
And then Reese, are you in position? I know everybody's generally at work, so sometimes I can talk, sometimes I can't. Go ahead, Reese, if you're available.
Yeah, I'm good. The drops for me, my wife brought them home. You can see her there in the picture as well. She brought them home and said, hey, she didn't have a lot to lose, but she was like, hey, I'm going to take these drops. I'm going to do this business. And I was like, I kind of made fun of her, the drops. I'm a very skeptical person by nature. So I kind of laughed it off, but that's not something you really do with my wife. So to smooth things over, I said, I'm going to take these drops, and I'm going to take them. In my head, I was like, I'm going to prove her wrong that these things aren't going to work, because I've tried. I'm a sugar addict. I've always been. When I was 3 years old, I locked my parents out of the house at Halloween while they're banging on the door telling them to let me in. I ate all the Halloween candy and while I was telling them one more minute. 5, 6 Cokes a day all of my life. But I started taking these drops, and about a week and a half in, I laid down one night and I thought to myself, I hadn't had a Pepsi today. And like I said, it was 5 or 6 a day. And then I know this sounds immature, but I have an immature palate and I can act like a kid. So, but when I go to bed, I always had to have a glass of milk and something sweet. And when I say something sweet, it's not like 2 or 3 Oreos, it's a whole sleeve of Oreos. But that night I was like, I didn't have anything, and I'm perfectly content. And I was like, oh man, these things actually work. So that was in April. It's now, a few months later, 8, 9 months later, and I'm down 62 pounds, almost to my goal weight. I got about 4 more pounds to hit my goal weight. So they've been amazing for me.
And then Benita, I think you're with us. If you don't mind, go ahead and share. I know your husband was a type 2 diabetic, and his numbers really cleared up when he was taking the drops in the approved food list. Misty? There's Benita there.
Here.
Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead,
here.
Misty. So Benita, who I know is with us, she may not be able to talk, but Benita's there on the left, and her husband had a much bigger transformation than she did. Go ahead now, Misty.
Okay, so I literally tried everything. I have a long list of all the stupid things that I tried to lose weight. I'm 46 years old, mom of 3, and I had just been carrying some extra weight. A lot of it was hormonal. Most of it was around my stomach. area. That was my problem area. And when I tried the drops, I saw a post on Facebook. Someone had lost some weight. I tried the drops. Within week 1, I was already 4 pounds down, and the scale had not moved in that direction in many, many years. So to date, I'm 31 pounds down. I still have about 10 or 15 pounds to lose, but I've went from a size 14 to a size 8 in my pants. I was actually wearing a sweatshirt last night, and I looked at myself in the mirror, and it looked like it was swallowing me whole. And I walked in there to Dwayne and I said, do you realize that I used to fill this out like so much more? And he's like, yes, babe, I realize that you've lost weight. So it's not just my stomach. It's literally all over my body. That weight is just inflammation and just all of that. I feel better than I've felt in years. I can chase my grandkids around and just all the things. They have changed my life.
Awesome, Misty. I never get tired of hearing that story. It's just amazing. And then last one, and we'll show you how to get your discount. Is Robin, are you there in South Georgia?
I'm here. Yes, I started these drops last January, and I will tell you, I was very, very skeptical. But as a lifelong dieter, I've been dieting since the age of 12 when my mom took me to a doctor who put me on diet pills. And I've even had lap band surgery and nothing really worked. And I always felt like I was living on borrowed time because my mother's father had a stroke when he was 50 and he was overweight. My mother had a stroke when she was 50 and she was overweight. And I just thought, I'm a ticking time bomb. I'm going to have a stroke and be just like them. But fortunately, I haven't had that. But I have been able to lose 85 pounds in a year, which I've never done. And I feel awesome. I'm not able to exercise too much because I have back problems, but that doesn't matter. You don't have to exercise. You can if you want to, but you still will lose weight taking these drops and you will feel amazing.
So as we come to the end here, you obviously can, if you already bought them, you can just buy them again. They truly retail at $176. We have a lot of people that buy in bulk and give their customers a little bit of a discount, maybe 160 range. And when they do that, they're giving the customer a discount, but they are also making a profit. And you can do the same thing. You pay $30 one time. And because we're now in 2024, the world has changed. People haven't a lot of times, but the world has. You can now, for $30, have an online storefront. And in this particular case with Partner Co. that operates in 58 countries with access to 3 billion people, from your phone, from your home, however you want to work it. You pay your $29.95. We download an app on your phone. You get your online presence. And just know that your company has got a AAA plus trustworthy rating. We're ranked #1 in 2 different categories out of 7,000 companies in the world that are in our industry. And you can do your own research there. Just the magazine that tracks this industry is called Better Business from Home. Just Google Better Business from Home, Partner Co., and you'll see all of that. So the way we recommend you start to get all the full discounts, you have to qualify your business. And to do that, you have to have 200 points of product, and that kicks in your initial discounts. So we tell everybody to start with a 4-pack of Skinny Drops. You're going to use 1, and you're going to sell 3. So if you sold 3 at $160 a box, that would be $480 returned to you. On a $371 investment plus your $29.95 plus shipping and tax, probably $425 is what it costs you. So you've not only got your box for free, completely free, but you've already turned a profit. And I know the question that everybody wants to ask is that, I don't know that I can sell any. Well, that's generally about 8 in 10 people's response. But we've developed a system based upon some of our superstars that figured this out that now anybody can do. And so what you do once you join is we download a second app on your phone called Boards. It looks just like that on the screen. Download it on your phone. And the second you do, you now have everything you need to launch your business. So the first thing you're going to have are your first 30 posts for social media. We teach everybody that if you're not adverse to social media, you're going to post twice a day at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. You can schedule that on a Sunday. You don't have to be exact. That's just the most optimal times according to the sites to post. But when you post the pictures we provide, which are just all of us, we just share each other's pictures, and then we already have pre-written the post. All you got to do is copy and paste. You're welcome to personalize it. But you start doing that and working on your own testimonial.
Well, did you have a
And then
seat?
when you start getting your own
No,
testimonial,
Grammy, in just a
you'll begin
minute.
to post that too. And then every question that your potential clients are going to ask, tell me more about them, how they work, what's in them. There's videos with explanations. There's books that are written out that explain the approved food list, how to take them. And for the analytical people that got to have a ton of information, there's the clinical studies in there. Everything is there. We have recipe books now in there. So it really is a self-fulfilling system. As long as you follow it, you're not going to believe how quickly people start calling you and wanting the skinny drops. And then a lot of them will end up doing what you're going to do, and that's pay $30 and get them for free. And you create these business centers where you'll get a little override commission. And it's a chance for some to build an extra income into their life, build a lot of income into their life, get out of debt, whatever you want to do with it. We've got Facebook groups built to facilitate all that. It's just the neatest system in the world. So that being said, just get back with the person that invited you to come today. Michelle, as a matter of fact, I'll turn it back to you and let you close this out.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, and a lot of people I know on this call are probably thinking, well, how in the world, like Todd said, how do I share this? It is so simple. The system is just spelled out for you. I've never seen anything like it. And so to me, I feel like because of my mother's situation and because of my history and because of being speaking with hundreds of women a day about hormone imbalance, that I cannot not share. And so that's what I want to imply for all of you here, is that we all know somebody that's either struggling in their weight, struggling in their health, all the things that Todd mentioned, and we cannot not share. I feel like it's my duty to let people know that this is such an amazing prevention for some diseases that they can prevent in their lives by just adding great cellular nutrition into their body. So I just challenge each one of you, if you've never thought about this as a business, do that, because do it for yourself, do it for your family, but do it for your health, because you deserve to be the healthiest part of you that you can be, so that you can help serve other people.
Awesome. Everybody out there, have a super blessed day. We look forward to getting to know everyone that's here for the first time today.